We are live.
Yeah, but I give it some 5-7 seconds buffer, otherwise it
You're
gets cut.
experienced enough.
Live from the iconic Premadasa Stadium right behind us, you can see the floodlights are visible. To our right, the Pakistan cricket team is practicing, getting ready for the India match. The Indian team will also be coming for practice in exactly 2 hours from now. We'll be practicing here. But let's talk about the Pakistan team. But before that, let me show you. Aha. Blue skies, no rain today. The ground is ready for Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. You have brought some good weather with you.
If people follow us on Twitter and Instagram, so they would see the visuals that we've already posted, which means that the ground is looking like the old Premadasa, immaculate. There's a game which is going to happen. It's not just India versus Pakistan tomorrow. The first game, Super 4 game in Sri Lanka will also be at 3 p.m. today. The hosts, Sri Lanka, play Bangladesh, and that's a very important game for both the teams.
Especially after Bangladesh lost their game last time, and their coaches came yesterday in the press conference. Both of them were very upset about no reserve day for their teams.
But then the Sri Lanka board and the Bangladesh board later on issued a statement saying that we are happy with that. Only the India-Pakistan game deserves a reserve day, and it was in consultation with all the 4 cricket boards.
You know why that statement came? That statement came after the 2 coaches came and said that we are very upset, and they even said that, you know what if we don't qualify for the final? Who's going to be responsible? India-Pakistan get a game, they can get those points.
They are right. In fact, they deserve, if India versus Pakistan deserves a reserve day, so do the other teams.
But you know why it came from the board? Then the financial play comes into.
But Nikhil, that's the point.
Consideration.
And while I know that the interest in the India-Pakistan game is more, but honestly, even though it was a 2020 game, defending champions are Sri Lanka, and I think every game, if at all, you have a reserve day, then it should be an option for all the games.
Also,
it has to be a level playing field.
I agree, but logistically issue na, because no gap between Pakistan and Bangladesh. There is no gap. Next day is India Pakistan, and it's going to be the same ground.
Unlike us, they can't say aaj barish ho gayi. Chalo, let's not. If the Yug Sports ground is busy, let's go to the AP Sports. They can't do that.
They can't do that. They have to play at the Premadasa only, which is another logistical nightmare. But anyway, the news is that both boards, they've done some sort of damage control after the coaches came and said what they did. Coaches came and said the right thing, I agree, but they said it from the cricketing point of view. But the whole politics of Asian Cricket Council was getting affected. So quickly you saw releases from board saying, listen, we have nothing to do with what the coaches are saying. We are pretty happy. They consulted us. Let India-Pakistan have a reserve day. We are okay with it. And reserve day, you might need, though last 2 days we've got very good weather. See, just as we speak, do you see that name on the front of the bus?
Team.
Yeah, because the kits have arrived.
This van has brought the kit bags, the kits of the Indian team.
Yes.
And very soon on Sports Today, you'd see the kit bags will be offloaded and they'll be taken into this room.
Yes. So this is the Indian team kit bags have just come. So the Indian team will be coming here in a couple of hours. They'll also have a press conference, we'll tell you. But before that, let me quickly tell you about Babar Azam's press conference. What are the points? One thing I remember, which is also the title of our video, where he says that, playing in Sri Lanka, because they've played a lot in Sri Lanka in the recent past, he said that could be of great amount of help to our team, might give our team a bit of advantage over India. What else has he said? Don't worry, he won't knock us.
Okay. No, he was very, I think he was very specific about his fast bowlers. He said, I'm very proud of the fact that I'm leading a bunch of fast bowlers who are probably, as a unit, the best in the world. And when they asked him the secret of that, he said, because they back each other. So while the Pakistan team is practicing, we saw Haris Rauf, Naseem Shah, Shaheen Shah Afridi bowling together. And Haris was telling Shaheen, maar do dande pe, and then not that delivery, the next ball he actually bowled the batsman out. Wow. And Haris Rauf was happier as compared to even Shaheen Shah Afridi. So which means that and such things happen. I mean, they will happen in the Indian team also. When you're doing well as a unit, you tend to enjoy the success of the other players as much as you do about your own.
What did you make of the Pakistan team practicing? Saw them for 1 hour.
Good team. Very good team. Babar was batting, and Babar looked in good touch. In fact, like he said, 2.5 months. He said we've been in Sri Lanka. We were playing the Test series, and then he played the Lanka Premier League. They played against Afghanistan, and that team has played more games in the Asia Cup as compared to India. I mean, India, of course, one game you've batted, another game you've bowled. That game, your openers went out. It was a shortened game. India won, but somehow you would need Virat to get a big one. You need somebody like Shubman Gill to continue from where he left against Nepal. You would need to answer the question on KL Rahul versus Ishan Kishan versus Shreyas Iyer as well. Does Rahul play in the 11 tomorrow now that he's here, or would they rather wait another game and let Ishan and Shreyas Iyer play in the 11? What's your call?
I think the latter, because India-Pakistan big game, also because your qualification is at line. You may not get to play the remaining 2 matches. For India-Pakistan, you have a reserve day, and it's your best chance to pocket in those 2 points, which might be crucial to make it to the final. Also, India-Pakistan, every result, will invite brickbats if you lose. So you play your best 11. Your best 11 right now features Ishan Kishan. 1, because he got runs against the same opposition, so that confidence. 2, he's been playing non-stop cricket for a long time, good form since West Indies. So you go with him. I also want to see KL Rahul play, because if you don't try him now, when are you going to try him? Yeah. There are a few games. Play him then, rotate things then, because I want to see his fitness in terms of keeping and batting.
And he kept wickets yesterday.
For 1 hour, he did a lot of wicket-keeping drills. Because they're nets, so you really can't. But there were specific drills against, spin-type bowling. He was catching the ball. Again, really fast bowling. He was catching the ball. So 1 hour he spent, which actually was detrimental to his batting, because by the time he came, he finished that 1 hour. Yeah, it started. He was going to get ready to go bat, but then it started raining, so his batting could not happen. But batting he was doing yesterday.
How well did Virat bat yesterday?
I saw a little bit of him, and I'll be very honest. I only saw 4-5 balls, but those 4-5 balls did not find the middle of his bat. But I only got to see 4-5 because I was doing a few lives and also looking at other batters. But he was also, I must tell you, he was also facing Shami and Bumrah. Both of them were bowling full throttle. So what's your 11 for tomorrow? Same as you played against Pakistan, barring one change, which you played last time. I think because you are playing at the Khetarama here in Premadasa, always helpful for spinners. So I will go with Akshar, also keeping in mind that now Hardik is giving me 8-9 overs. So I will not miss Shardul so much. He will give me 8-9 overs. So he's your third fast bowler. At best, you will need 3-4 overs to fill for Hardik, which can be done by a third spinner. Because Jadeja, Kuldeep will bowl their 10. And whatever
else. Who plays, Siraj or Shami?
Shami, I would want to go with. He was looking very good yesterday, Shami. Shami was looking very good.
He's like old wine, just like you.
Yeah, no. You also.
No, I am not.
Yeah,
but is aging perfectly. I mean,
I don't know. See, I can see some grey hair.
Oh yeah, grey hair. I mean,
but mostly I've got white.
Look at Mel Gibson, yeah, just like him. Look at your forehead.
I've lost hair. It's gone back. It'll keep going back furthermore. But I have a few years to go. I always said that if I have hair till 50, I'm happy. I have just a few years to go. So till 50.
So I managed to breach that 50-year cycle. I mean, got hair on my head.
Yeah. But because me, hereditary, my father lost it very early, my grandfather. So I knew I will eventually end up with no hair. But nowadays there are various techniques I can
recommend you a very good one.
Right now my natural hair are there, so I'm happy with that. So next time, tomorrow's weather update here, it is expected to. Puneet is asking a very interesting question. I'll answer that. But tomorrow's weather update is. Have you checked the weather app?
Well, it's much the same as it is today. So I'll just show you an example.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, why not to trust the weather apps?
Okay.
I mean, it was showing rains today. Right now, it's saying mostly cloudy. It says it might drizzle 8 p.m. onwards, and then rain all night.
From 8 onwards,
tomorrow morning. And right now, for tomorrow, it says the 80% chances of rain. But for today, it said 70% chances of rain. Hasn't rained a bit yet.
It's going to be 1 in the afternoon, and it hasn't rained since morning. It's been very hot and humid, bright sunshine. So weather is not always accurate. Puneet asked how is Shreyas Iyer looking in the nets. Can I be honest? Out of all the batters that I've seen in the nets, and this is just basis on the net, never tells you a form of a batter because nets can show something. What happens in a match is completely different. But out of all the batters that I saw, Shreyas is looking kadak, as they call in Mumbai. Very kadak. He is really timing the ball and really hitting some good shots. I'll tell you, there was a situation here why we were discussing that. He was telling, Raghu, the throwdown expert, and we were discussing, he's such a lean, short guy, but his throwdowns are so quick. He must be clocking 160 in his throwdowns. Honestly, he was so quick. And I saw Rohit, also because of the pace, he was negotiating it, but once or twice he felt uncomfortable. If you remember, Raghu was the one who hit him in Adelaide. Yeah,
just before the World Cup semi-final.
So looked a bit uncomfortable on certain deliveries because they were very quick. 160 is not easy. But Shreyas played throwdowns also very well. Really timing it well. Talk. And we were observing 2-3 of us.
Maybe India are now looking to peak at the right moment. I mean, in terms of the Asia Cup. Also, this Asia Cup is not the only thing that you are looking at. You're looking for the bigger prize, that is the World Cup. And like I said, on the 2nd of September, Nikhil, India versus Pakistan was just the beginning of a cycle, of a campaign, a 2.5 month campaign, and ultimately you're looking at the bigger prize, the biggest prize, that is the World Cup, and then the Asia Cup. So the first game, I don't think should be the barometer to judge the Indian team or even the Pakistani team. Pakistan team has looked very good. There's a Pakistani journalist who was asking us who's the favorite. I said, of course I'll say India, you'll say Pakistan. But again, the difference is very, very marginal. I mean, when two tough teams play against each other, you invariably tend to follow the game day as in what do they do with the new ball? What do they do with the middle overs? The middle overs, while bowling has been Pakistan's weakness in the two games that we've seen, India and Bangladesh. So, and Babar also admitted.
So what are they going to do? They will bring in a fast bowler, or they keep the two spinners?
Ideally they can. I think they can have another fast bowler. But then again, looking at the conditions here at the Premadasa, where spinners do come into the play. And don't forget the fact that if it has rained so much in Colombo for the past few days, there will be moisture beneath the surface.
So
and it'll be slowish surface. I saw the outfield. We came around 9:30 in the morning, and the outfield was being prepared. A few soggy spots, but the super stopper was out, and so was the sun. I still feel that the outfield would be a little slower than the normal.
It could be, but because of the sun being out and because there will be a game today, maybe, and if it doesn't rain much today and the weather predictions are wrong, then maybe India, Pakistan, perfect conditions. Yes. But the good news is there's also a reserve day, which we had mentioned earlier. So the Indian team, we're going to wrap up. The Indian team is going to be out for practice at 2 p.m. We will give you all the latest updates. Just like the Pakistan team where Babar Azam came and spoke, most likely Rohit Sharma will come and speak to the media. We'll update you with things that he said. We played a small part in ensuring Indian team practices here because India did not know that they can practice at the Premadasa on match day. So we informed higher ups in the Indian team that listen, they were going to practice in indoors, which is not ideal. We said don't go indoors. Pakistan team is practicing today at Premadasa. They were like, is it possible on a match day you can practice Premadasa? We said yes. So they have made a quick change. They were all set to practice at NCC. Indian team has made a quick change. They will be coming at Premadasa. Maybe if they win the match, they can send us a thank you note or something like that. Okay. Reserve day, you all know. We're going to wind up. It's too hot and muggy.
But we'll be back live 2:30 once the Rohit Sharma press conference gets over and the Indian practice starts.
Okay. For the moment, bye-bye from Colombo.
But do follow us on Twitter and Instagram, yaar. There'll be smaller updates available there as well.
Yep. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.